Hello there, this is Welsh ASMR 82. Hey, how you doing? So, as promised, in this video we're going to look at the international matches, starting with Europe. And then we're going to take a little look at the South American qualifiers, where there were lots of really surprising and big results as well. Some controversies we'll be talking about in today's video as well include the Brazil-Argentina match, of course. And, sorry to say it again, but VAR. If you are Ukrainian or Welsh, then you're probably a little bit upset this week. We'll also be looking at who has definitely qualified and who is in the playoffs, and lastly, who didn't make it. Okay, let's get going then, shall we? So I hope you find this video informative, but more importantly relaxing, because this is an ASMR channel after all, looking at football and soccer. Okay, Group A. This was already settled. We know that Spain and Scotland were through. Congrats to both. So Spain, one loss, that was of course to Scotland famously, and then 7 wins on the bounce. Not on the bounce, but in total. Back a couple of months ago I predicted that Norway and Georgia will come a lot closer than they'd ended up doing, so I'm a little bit disappointed with them, but Norway, I believe, will confirm this later, are out. Georgia do have a playoff place, if I remember correctly, but we'll look at that in a short while. So congrats to those teams. B, obviously, France were going to get through. They only managed to get 1 draw, but the rest were wins, and that was against Greece in this final match day. Netherlands make it through. Well done to both. Greece and Ireland, I think, have got playoff spots, but I'll double check. Again, another group I thought would be a lot tighter. We'll look at all the results, by the way, in a second and talk about them in detail. England are through, 2 draws, the last being against North Macedonia this past weekend. They are through with no losses, as usual. They always breeze through qualifying, don't they? And then the Italy-Ukraine game, we'll come back and talk about that shortly. North Macedonia, no shame, down in 4th. Okay, my group, as a Welshman, Turkey, 4th seeds, remember. They have done so well. 1 loss, and that was against Croatia. And then Croatia have made it through as well. 2 losses to Turkey and to Wales, and a draw, and that was to Wales. So Wales have done better, got more points from the teams above them than they did the ones below. We only got 1 point from 2 games with Armenia. We just couldn't deal with them at all. Wales have got a playoff spot. Okay, this one was a very surprising group. I remember suggesting that Albania might have an okay campaign. I did not see Moldova coming. I thought Faroe Islands would have pushed. But for Poland to miss out, I'm really shocked. I thought Poland would finish top. Czechia would be 2nd and maybe Faroe Islands 3rd. But Albania, congrats, have done a wonderful job. Only 1 loss in the entire campaign. Poland have a playoff spot to fall back on. Belgium, qualifying, another one, no losses. Austria had a fantastic campaign. Sweden, not so much, and they are also out because they don't have a playoff spot secured. It's the first time they haven't qualified for the European Championships since 1990 something, 1996, something like that. So, unfortunately, no Swedish supporters. Very sad. Estonia, curiously, have got a playoff spot. Another intriguing group. Hungary has come top, no losses. Serbia, I thought, would finish top. have come second. Montenegro pushed them all the way though, well done to them. Lithuania and Bulgaria getting decent points along the way. On to Group H, wow. This one went down to the wire, and I don't think many of us were expecting that Kazakhstan were 90 minutes away at one point from making it to their first ever tournament. They have got a playoff spot, as do Finland, but Slovenia and Denmark are those to get through, and Denmark made it harder than they wanted it to be. 2 losses and a draw. Slovenia did really well. Good luck to both teams. And I did not predict Romania to be one of the teams to get 0 losses. Well done, Romania. I said Switzerland would walk this group. They absolutely did not. 5 draws, 1 loss. That was in the last game against Romania. So Romania finished top. Well done to them. Israel only within 2 points. I understand Israel's pain of nearly missing out all the time. I am Welsh after all. Belarus had a much better campaign than I thought they would, and Kosovo much worse. I thought that they would have been closer. But it's still not bad. Even Andorra got 2 points. And I said, well, if we go back even further, I said a couple of years ago that Portugal would win the World Cup. I've also said that for me they're one of the best teams in the world at the moment. They are the only team, because of Greece stopping France, to have got 10 wins out of 10. Congrats. They, for me, are the team to beat. What an amazing team. Roberto Martinez, former Swansea manager, of course. He's done a wonderful job with an awesome group of players. Slovakia coming in second. I said Luxembourg would push. A very even group all round, and I think this is the weird group where Luxembourg, Iceland and Bosnia all have playoff spots. So yeah, everyone apart from Liechtenstein has a chance to get there. Okay, fixtures. So let's go through them. Israel. Okay, Kosovo beat them. I think I covered that the other day. Israel also drew with Switzerland 1-1. Vargas and Weissman on the 80th minute with the equaliser. Azerbaijan made the Swedish campaign even worse. They were already out, but 3-0. Quite a big day for Azerbaijani football there. A low moment for the Swedes. Bulgaria getting another credible point with a draw there. 97th minute. Equaliser. Bulgaria do draw a lot in the last moments of matches, don't they? Bulgarian fans must be quite frustrated. Okay, Spain. Actually, Cyprus did score 1, but Spain got 3. Yamal, Oyarzabal and Joselu. I think, was it Yamal's? Was he like the youngest goal scorer ever or something at an international level? What's the fact? I can't remember the fact about him. Obviously, another amazing young talent. Austria beat Estonia 2-0. Scotland, Georgia 2-2. 2 for Kvara. McTominay and 93 minute Shankland equaliser. Good resilience from the Scots. Portugal 2, Liechtenstein 0. Luxembourg beat Bosnia 4-1. Montenegro beat Lithuania 2-0. Slovakia beat Iceland 4-2. Kuchka, Duda and 2 from Haraslin. Kazakhstan beat San Marino 3-1. Northern Ireland lost 4-0 away to Finland. Puki Party. Moldova drew with Albania, which is very credible. 1-1. Denmark beat Slovenia. Oh no, actually I got that wrong then. What did Denmark lose to? Mela and Delaney were the goal scorers. England beat Malta, very lacklustre performance. Kane with the score as well as a Pepe own goal. Italy hammered North Macedonia 5-2. Darmian Chiesa with two, lovely to see him back playing. Raspadori and Al-Sharawi. Atasanov with two, so they got the revenge over North Macedonia. And 1-1 between Poland and Czechia. Piotrowski and Souček. And then on Saturday. So I had to watch this match sober. It was an early kick-off, and I was doing something in the evening and I had to drive. So yeah, watching Wales sober is not fun. It's the most stressful thing you've ever got to go through. Salarayan scored in the 5th minute, cracking goal to be honest. And then an own goal, basically Joe Rodon, a header, flicked off Tignisian. And Armenia with a better scene by a long way. So we messed it up for ourselves. We knew basically at that point we weren't going to get through automatically. Belarus beat Andorra 1-0. Croatia beat Latvia 2-0. France scored 14, set a new record against Gibraltar. Let's see this. Santos own goal, Thuram, Zer, Emery, Mbappe with a hat-trick, Klaus, 2 for Kingsley Coman, Fofana, Rabiot, Dembele, and 2 for Giroud within 2 minutes. Okay, Israel then lost to the imperious Romania, Puskás and Hagi, 2 very famous names. Netherlands narrowly beat Ireland to qualify, Weghorst, the hero again. And then Switzerland drew with Kosovo, Vargas and Husseini. To Sunday then. Okay, so on Sunday, Hungary beat Montenegro 3-1, Serbia, Bulgaria, another Bulgarian draw. Another one where they lose the win right at the end. Babic with the goal that I think at that point put Serbia through. Belgium beat Azerbaijan 5-0. Lukaku scored 4, another goal for Trossard. Sweden beat Estonia 2-0. Claesson on Forsberg. Bosnia lost home to Slovakia 2-1. Luxembourg beat Liechtenstein 1-0. Portugal beat Iceland 2-0. Fernandes and Horta. And cracking match, Scotland and Norway 3-all. Maybe I'm just kind of making it up, but I am a little bit concerned how many international how many international matches Haaland misses for Norway compared to club football. He always seems to get injured around international time, if you noticed. Conspiracy theory, ooh. And then Spain beat Georgia 3-1, another goal for Kvara, but Lunomont, Torres and an own goal for the Spanish. Albania drew with Faroe Islands, knowing that they'd already qualified. Czechia beat Moldova 3-0. Dudera, Hori and Souček with the goals. North Macedonia got a draw against England, so two okay results, but not really two great performances from England in this particular window, but they'd already qualified, I guess, so. Northern Ireland, thank God. Just played really direct, I heard, and got 2 goals. Really shocked Denmark. Price and Charles with the goals. And maybe that's more of a blueprint of how they should be playing. If you watched the match, let me know and tell me if you thought it was a good performance. San Marino scored for the 3rd consecutive game in their history, but it wasn't enough to beat the Finnish Soiri with 2 goals, cancelling out Berardi's penalty. And Kazakhstan needed to win in Slovenia, and Slovenia beat them. They were drawing for a little while, but Verbic with the winner on the 86th minute. Kazakhstan would have qualified automatically had they won that match in Slovenia. Oh god, okay, here we go. Ukraine-Italy, 0-0. But should it have been? Now, I know that a large number of Italians watch this channel. Can you tell me what you think of the VAR decision in injury time? I am really sorry, but I thought it was 100% penalty. They fouled, I think it was Mudryk in the box. I think it was Brian Cristante, and it was a shocker. I don't think VAR checked it as well. It was a sensational game, really attacking football from both teams, end-to-end football, which is not what you expect from classic Italian teams, but yeah, it was just fantastic to watch, really good. I love the way that the new manager has got Italy playing, really attractive, attacking football, nice. A draw was all they needed, and a draw they got to qualify and knock Ukraine out into the playoffs. Okay, and then the final day, Israel 2, Andorra 0. Croatia beat Armenia with a goal on the 43rd minute. Netherlands beat Gibraltar 6-0. Stengs with a hat-trick. FIFA, Koopmeiners and Hakpo. Greece, as I said, stopped France from winning every single game. 2 goals they were winning at one point, Bakasetas and Ioannidis, but Kolmouani and Fofana with the goals for France. Belarus beat Kosovo 1-0, Romania beat Switzerland 1-0, Alibek with the goal, Romania in sensational form, so excited to watch them at the Euros. Lovely to see Romania back. Haven't seen them play this well since like USA World Cup. And another sensational refereeing. Really good game. Wales played fantastic. We always do at home, except for that Armenia game. And we had 3 penalty shouts, one of which was the most obvious penalty you've ever seen. They just pushed Brennan Johnson in the back with both hands over the ball. Didn't touch the ball, didn't challenge the ball with his feet, just literally got his 2 hands on his back and just pushed him over. And apparently the VAR check was over in 10 seconds. And in the second half, after winning from the 7th minute with a fantastic Nico Williams goal, cut in, did his usual thing. We play him on the left wing back. He cuts in and he shoots across goal from the outside of the penalty box, and got in the bottom corner. He scores most of his goals for Wales in that way. Man of the match again, Harry Wilson, just sensational. Those 2, Nico and Harry, are brilliant. And rather than keep him more up front, we played Brennan. He didn't have a great game. He's not been playing too well for Wales at the moment, but he should have had at least 1 penalty. He had another one, and Wilson had a penalty shot as well. But I think that 2 of them were penalties. I don't think one of them was. But we were playing really well second half. Turkey got their passing game going, played a lot better. And yeah, just basically dived for a penalty and got it. And it wouldn't have been so bad if the other penalties, the 3 that we had not tried to get, we were trying, the 3 that we deserved to have, if like at least 1 or 2 possibly had been given, fair enough, we would have won 3-1. The only saving grace, because the referee was just terrible all the way through, it wasn't just those decisions, but it was basically Ben Davis that didn't, you think he'd like maybe put his hand on the other guy's shoulder and he just flew to the floor and he gave a penalty straight away. It was unbelievable, just such bad refereeing. So yeah, I was a bit angry about that. To be honest, I thought Turkey played really well in the second half. They passed it around really nicely, and had they drawn because they got some legitimate nice goal from their passing, fair enough. But I'm upset about the fact that that was not a penalty, and we definitely should have had 2. So, well done to Turkey though, they qualified. The only saving grace is that if Croatia weren't winning against Armenia, a win for us would have taken us through to the tournament and not the playoffs. Had that result happened and stopped us, it didn't matter in the end. Croatia won against Armenia, so fine. But yeah, had that happened and the Armenia result had gone our way, oh my god, there would have been riots. It was just horrific decisions from the referee and his team. Again. I was reading some comments online, and there were a couple of English people who watched it and said, I'm English, and that is the worst refereeing I've seen in any match ever. And I'm like, oh my god, don't be Welsh then, because we always have them. It's just normally we play well enough that it doesn't matter, but in this instance, we just couldn't get the win, and he basically changed the results himself, which the manager said in his press conference. But Wales always have the worst referees. Wow, it is so frustrating watching Wales. For lots of reasons, but that's just one of them. Okay, so that is the tournament there. The draw for the playoffs is going to be tomorrow. Let's see if I can find a bit of info about that, and then we look at South America. Okay, I'm on the BBC app now, and okay, this is what it's going to be. So we're in Path A, so the one semi-final is definitely Poland against Estonia, okay? And then Wales are going to be at home, and it's either going to be Finland, Iceland, or, you guessed it, Ukraine again. I really hope it isn't Ukraine. I really want to see Ukraine go through, so I don't want them against us. So yeah, we are home against Finland or Iceland. I fancy our chances there. We'll also be told if we make it through to the final whether we'll be at home or away. I can't see Estonia beating Poland. To be honest, I don't think Wales can beat Poland in Poland either. So if the draw happens and we have Finland or Iceland, we are definitely at home for that. And then we're at home for the winner of Poland or Estonia. I think we'll get through. But if we get Ukraine, we're out. And if we have to beat either of these teams, an away final in Poland, we can't win that either. So I think we can beat anyone at home, to be honest with you. But away, we are shocking. And Poland, we've played them before in the Nations League, and we were terrible at that. So. And then Path B, Israel, and it's either going to be Ukraine or Iceland. This is what they're confirming tomorrow. Bosnia against either Finland or Ukraine. It really depends. If Ukraine get into that draw, they'll win the whole thing. If they don't, Israel, Iceland, could be Israel, Bosnia, Finland, could be Finland, I think. I think Finland might qualify otherwise. And then lastly, Georgia, Luxembourg, Greece, Kazakhstan. I think Greece are the best team there, or Kazakhstan, but then Georgia's good as well. Luxembourg, they're quite equal actually. But it could be big because Georgia have never qualified, Kazakhstan have never qualified. I don't think Luxembourg have qualified either, so former winners Greece, weirdly, in that lower path. Okay, let's look at South America then. So the big news is Brazil have lost 3 of their 6 matches. We'll be looking at the most recent, which was a big one, and some controversy happened as well. Argentina are top, although I read that their manager Scaloni is thinking of retiring for mental health reasons. Uruguay started really well, Venezuela too, and Paraguay and Chile both with 5 points. Peru are bottom, which I'm surprised at. Okay. So Thursday, Bolivia beat Peru 2-0. Goals from Vaca and Vaca. 2 different Vacas. Vaca means cow in Spanish as well. 2 cows. Venezuela drew with Ecuador, so a good result for them. Wow, Uruguay beat Argentina. Araujo and Núñez. This Uruguay team is stacked, I've got to be honest. Look how good they are. So many fantastic players. That is a big result. Well done. Colombia. Okay, so this is when it started. Luis Diaz helped Colombia to beat Brazil with 2 goals. Martinelli, so very Premier League heavy there. Chile drew 0-0 with Paraguay. Then next match day, Paraguay lost at home to Colombia with Santos Borré. Plays for Frankfurt, doesn't he? Santos Borré. Definitely plays in Germany. Werder Bremen. Ecuador beat Chile with a goal from Angel Mena. They're another team that's got so many good players. Preciado, Caicedo. Some excellent players there. And Uruguay then beat Bolivia 3-0. 2 goals from Núñez and Villamil with an own goal. And we'll skip this for a second. Peru, Venezuela 1-0. Another good result for Venezuela. Savarino scored and Yotun for the home side, Yoshimar Yotun. And then the big one. So, the main story should be that Argentina won away in Brazil with a goal from Otamendi. Joelinton got sent off as well. And was it at the Maracanã? It was at the Maracanã as well, so that is obviously massive. I mean, the stadium is massive, but I mean, it's a massive achievement. But unfortunately, there was just awful crowd trouble beforehand, involving, I think, mostly the Argentinian fans and the police, basically. And Messi said, I'll cut to that article. So, it says here, Lionel Messi believes there could have been a tragedy during the crowd trouble that delayed the match from starting between Argentina and Brazil. Police charged at away fans following scuffles before kick-off in a section of the Maracanã that Messi says contained players' family and friends. The Argentina captain and his players went over to try and calm the situation before returning to the dressing room. It was bad because we saw how they were beating people, said Messi. The police, as happened in the Libertadores final, were once again repressing the people with nightsticks. We went to the locker room because it was the best way to calm everything down. It could have ended in tragedy. You think about the families, the people who are going there, who don't know what's going on, and we were more concerned about that than playing a match at that point, which was of secondary importance. So it said, the trouble began when rival fans clashed in a stand behind one of the goals at the stadium in Rio during the national anthems. Wow, it was that close to kick-off, prompting police to charge at Argentinian supporters, some using batons. Some supporters ripped out seats and threw them at the police in response, while others spilled out onto the pitch to escape the trouble. The Argentina players and some members of the Brazil team walked over to try to calm the situation, with the goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez trying to grab a baton out of a police officer's hand. The players eventually left the field before returning after police had gathered the Argentina fans into a separate section of the stand, and the game was able to begin after a 30-minute delay. That's awful. That should not be happening in a football match. Yeah, a similar thing happened in the Copa Libertadores final between Fluminense and Boca Juniors in the same stadium between Argentina and Brazil teams. We were worried about the family, said Marquinhos. Women and children that were seeing in panic up there in the stands. It was a very scary situation. It's awful, isn't it? Said Joelinton was sent off to Brazil, who lost a home World Cup qualifier for the first time. Well, that's unbelievable, isn't it? So, despite all the troubles and how scary situation, Argentina have done what no other team have ever done. So congratulations to them. But yeah, the Brazilian police need to sort themselves out, don't they? Okay, and let's look at the table once more. Argentina top with 15 points, Brazil down in 6th on 7 points. Okay, hope you liked the video. Asian teams and North America when they get further down the line in their qualifiers. At the minute it's not that interesting. I think they're just like beating everyone 6-0 and stuff. So yeah, I'll include those in future videos. I look forward to seeing the playoff draw tomorrow because I'm Welsh, obviously. And tell me what you think will happen, who's going to make it, and who do you think is going to have a really good tournament. Okay, see you guys really soon. Take care. Subscribe, like, and comment. Thanks so much, everyone.